question here that says this, and I think it's very important to the ladies. What would you suggest is the best time for marriage? Wait, I finish. To have a child, and what are the factors to consider? Very heavy questions.
Now, ladies, one, you must get married when you are ready. Do not get pressure because other people are getting married. Don't get pressure because maybe your parent or your mother or the friends are getting married. Many people run because they want to compete and to have that event called wedding. And I tell people that grand occasion and that wedding gown is not marriage. Marriage is a process, and it will require sacrifice. If you are in school today and you want to get married, you must be committed to be able to do what a wife needs to do. You have to serve your husband. You have to take care of that child you are talking about. You must have the resources that you'll be able to take care of that child so that you don't bring up a child in campus like many of us did, because I went to campus, and some of us got children when we were there, and they could not take care of that child. They took the child back to their home. And that child grew without a mother and without a father. We must be accountable and responsible to the decisions we make. And therefore, as a woman, that age to get married is when you know you are mature enough to handle a marriage. You are mature enough to bring up your children. You also, God has given you the grace that you are working and you can take care of your children and that relationship that is going to come with it. Many people tell you that you just see these guys, you know, some of these things that you see in the movies, they are only there in the movies. The Mr. Right and the night that comes and takes you off your feet one day after the wedding. And after everybody has gone, you'll be left to deal with him and his emotions. You must be ready to handle a home, children, and you must get yourself mature enough. Because marriage is not child play. I will dwell here just a little bit.
Yes.
Because I've been married for 36 years.
Wow.
So when I speak about marriage, I believe that I have a little experience that I could sell to you in 3 minutes. When we met with His Excellency, he was not Excellency then. In fact, I ran from him for 6 months because I didn't want to get married. And I was at KU then. And there were things I was looking to see whether he had. So, woman, when you are looking for your husband, get to know the background, who he is. Many of us, you are looking for monogamous marriages. You must be careful. Because if you are going to get married from people from a background where the man believes in polygamy, guess what? If you are looking for a man who is already made, he's already made by someone else. That is the wrong partner. Because you only be a spare part.
Ooh. Fast and furious.
Many people think that the wives they married are the wrong ones. and you try to help them to choose better women. A man is not looking for your outside beauty. A man is not looking how you are wearing and showing you all your, you know what. They may enjoy seeing it. They may even use it. But they are looking for a wife. They are looking for a mother. And they are looking for a partner, a companion, and somebody who also contributes something to the relationship. So if you are sitting there thinking the age does not matter, it's also what you are supposed to contribute to that marriage. Many of us are looking for self-made or made men because they are not self-made. They are made by somebody else. Either they are made by their mothers or another woman behind them. So if you really want to get married, one, you must be mature to handle a marriage. And I repeat again, wedding is not marriage. Wedding is an event, and life starts from there. So when we met, what was I looking for? I was looking for a man who is able to respect me and respect his space and mine. I was looking for a man who is industrious, somebody who has what it takes to be a good husband and to provide for my children. I was looking for a man who is able to love me just because I am the way I am. Not because of what I'm wearing, and I also wanted a man who would commit. Are we together now? So it is not just simply about the age. It's about all those things. You can marry at 24, you can marry at 30, but I advise, do not wait after 40.
Why not? I think the story will be very long, and we'll have another time to talk about marriage because it is a topic, and I think we cannot exhaust it today. But I think the point is home. Pastor Dorcas has told us her story. That is her story. But the concept, you've gotten it. Because nguo tunaweza enda dukani tununue sote, lakini design wewe ndio unajua unayotaka, sio? Haya, tusonge mbele. There are two questions, nitaziambatanisha ndio tusonge kwa haraka because I think they are related. Thank you, Your Excellency, Pastor Dorcas. My question is, we have a crisis of teenage pregnancies, hence single poor mothers. What can be done about this crisis? And also, how can the men who are fathers of these children be held to account to support these children? I feel it. I feel it.
Actually,
okay.
I feel you. Teenage pregnancy is actually a crisis in our country. And one, it is results from two. One, it is for people who did not even plan it, isn't it? Where you are raped or something, or somebody, you went, we messed, and in the morning you wake up and you find you are pregnant. Teenage pregnancy, I think it is one of the areas that each one of us has to be very careful, the relationships that you are keeping and the company you go with. And I agree, the person who suffers is the woman. And the woman must be careful with the company you keep and the life you're leading, the integrity of it. Because most of the times, unless you are raped, it was by consent. And when you consent, these men, they just have you. And I'll tell you the truth. Men do not mind having fun with girls. And the moment they do it, they finish and they go and they will never remember. But the woman will never forget. And you are always left with a mark. And that's why I would say, yes, We can hold them to account, and I believe there is a law that has to do with that. But the best thing to do is not to get involved in a relationship that there is no commitment, because you end up with a child that you'll be raising alone. To the many single ladies who have children, those children are important. And I'll pray that, God willing, you'll be able to bring up that child. Do not hate your child, and do not abandon the child. I am sure there are many people who would maybe looking where we will have those single ladies. Maybe the next one, maybe I'll have the single lady with children, and then we can have that topic more exhaustively.
Surely.
And see
Makofi.
how we can support. Just like the way we are doing the boy child and widows and all that, we can see how we can also come in as a community and of believers, how we can be able to help and support you emotionally and otherwise.
Now, the connection